Hello, everybody. We have reached double digits. It's gone really fast, don't you think, Jason?
Extremely, man. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that means we're having fun.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I finally came up with a good opener. I'm gonna pilot it here.
All right.
So see what you think. So welcome to the 10th episode of Cardboard and Cold Ones, where we raise our glasses and cheers to the legends we admire on the cardboard we collect.
Fantastic. Now, will you remember that?
I have it on my notes right now, so I'm reading it.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier to do that instead of saying plastic and warm ones.
I will say this. I am going with the fancy drink of water. This is the first and only time that I have not had a beer. And we're traveling tomorrow morning. I got to work half a day. And I'm like, well, the last thing I need to do is drink some beer tonight before I hit the road tomorrow. So
That's okay. I completely understand. But for tonight, we have two special guests. The theme for tonight is going to be on rookie cards. So this is kind of in dedication to Mike Scoots Collectibles, who's one of our guests. He's doing a VR right now, so we wanted to kind of show some support that way. So let's bring on our two guests. We have, as we mentioned, Mike Scoots Collectibles and CK from the Cincinnati Kid. Gentlemen,
Hey, to your intro.
there it is. Very good.
what is that?
Oh, it's my koozie
Oh, okay.
No.
that I have. I got Clemente, Steel City,
Oh, would Theo be jealous?
We Be Black and Gold, and then if that's not good enough, you got the good tried and true icy light right in the can, or like right in the holster.
Fantastic.
Got some good color schemes then going on with that. CK, how about you, man? What beverage of choice did you go with?
I didn't have a lot of time. First, good evening, gentlemen. And I didn't have
Good
a lot of time, so this is from my dinner on the way home. It's a Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
Fantastic. It's harder than what I'm drinking. I'm doing water. So
when this runs out, I'll hit the water.
Right.
So just seeing whatever, we got a good group in the chat so far. Got Mark and Petty and Warren, Keegan, Stephen with PH, Craig, and Jeannie was is a little antsy, wanted us to go on as soon as possible. Doesn't have much time, so he has to pump and dump some star cards, as he said.
Yeah,
a
little bit of star card.
I'll take some.
Yeah, Peacemaker cards. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, guys. And I think this is a very generous and easygoing theme to go with because rookie cards are plenty, depending on who it is, of course. So Mike, I wanted to kind of give you the floor here to talk a little bit about your VR because you are currently running it. So if you want to kind of share a little bit about.
Yeah, so I was actually doing a VR for Joe and 380's kids, and I know he's not a big fan of rookie cards, but like I was doing a VR for him, and like he whole thing around his VR was about like how we grown in the community and why we joined YouTube and different things. And one of the main reasons was to just be involved, right? Be involved in the community and give back and hang out, meet friends, right? I would have never met you guys if it wasn't for YouTube. So in order for me to give back, I wanted the true rookie Victor. Like he wrote, like if you don't know Victor, like Victor Ramon.
Yep.
Like he actually wrote a book and like about rookie cards. Like he when he got in the hobby, he went head first right in rookie cards, which is awesome. And he wrote a book about it. He became like a quote unquote subject matter expert. So I just wanted to support him. I wanted the book, and I was like, while I was buying one, I was like, I'll buy two and I'll give one away. Maybe we could all show some rookie cards. Everybody loves rookie cards. Whether they're like a 10-cent rookie card or $1,000 rookie card. Like as a kid, your dream is to be on like a piece of cardboard, right?
Yep.
Like whether no matter what sport, if you can get your face on on a playing card, it's like you made it, right? So and it's a big staple. So that's a little bit of yeah. I don't want to go like rambling down a rabbit hole, but that's it pretty much too.
No, that's cool, and I think
point.
first and foremost, fantastic gift, great idea. Did you talk to Victor at all at the meet and greet?
I did not. I didn't even get a chance to meet him.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to meet him.
Yeah, so you know, I kind of take the approach, and I'll be quick here because I want CK to give his perspective, obviously, as a guest. I kind of take John 3D80 Kids approach a little bit. I have rookie cards, and I collect rookie cards, but they're not the most important card to me. They're not the cornerstone for me. Aesthetics of the card are way more important. Obviously, budget when you start to look at big name players also comes into play. So very easy for me to get the second year Hank Aaron, a little more difficult for me to get the first year or the rookie card Hank Aaron. So I am a guy who collects everything, and you know, not a hoarder, just a big collector. So because of that, I'm constantly buying. And if I've got an opportunity to purchase a couple second year cards or aesthetically better looking cards, third or fourth years, I do that. And I don't focus on rookies necessarily, but I say that, and I probably have a stack of about 100 of them sitting here. So I didn't, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know I had this many. So
yeah.
But by all means, CK, I didn't want to interrupt. What is what is your outlook, or what is your take on rookie cards in general? How do they fit in your collection?
Well, first off, I'd say it's funny you mentioned John 3D80's kid, because I have a lot of respect for him not having any rookies at all. Like, that's just the path he's decided to take. And I would say I'm kind of a centrist. I'm in the middle. There's some players, like, I really like a card of theirs that's not the rookie card a lot more. But then there's some that it's an iconic card. It's just, and yes, I'm going to have it in my collection if I can afford it, or if I had it for some time. Like my Sandy Koufax rookie, that's a card that none of his other cards to me are cards that can equal that. I mean, he has some great ones, but that one is something else. But then other ones maybe not. And I don't have a ton of rookie cards. I've pulled out about maybe 20, 30. So I'm probably more on the end of not having that many because of the expense. I was out of the hobby for some time. I was, about 20 years ago, I started getting the vintage cards, and then I was out for quite a long time, and I got back in like a lot of folks did here during COVID or right after COVID. And prices had jumped so much that it just kind of past the point of what I want to pay. So I can find an alternative I like better. Maybe I'll go with the last year card for the player. But there's some players out there that are on the cusp of the Hall of Fame. I thought, wow, you know what? This year I'm going to try to get them. And there's a couple I've been successful with, or some other players I just really like that I might do their player run, or I'm in process of doing. And so I went ahead and picked up some as well for them.
Yeah, and that's the mindset, right? So I've done the same. I actually have a pile here of potential Hall of Famers, guys I think will get in, and players that I admire. So I bought their cards now. I think I bought one off of Sammy, actually. So I've shown it a couple times, but yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I collect everything. So I collect football, I collect basketball, baseball. My main focus is vintage baseball. And I'm kind of really diving in heavier in the pre-war after getting hooked by Sammy and Orlando and all those guys, and Mangini and Rick and Aaron. So I'm kind of really digging the pre-war thing right now. But I have a ton here, and a lot of it's modern. And I know we all frown a little bit on modern, but the reality is, you know what? I like collecting it. So I've got a bunch of it here, and I've got a little bit of hockey, a little bit of basketball. With Andrew's here, we gotta appease Andrew. So figured I'd collect some of that too.
It's always a requirement. At least one of us have to have a basketball card.
right. So,
he's been itching for some wrestling, which unfortunately I have fallen short.
I have none. That's the one. I collect everything but wrestling, I guess, and NASCAR and Indy. I don't collect. I collect the four majors, I guess, and a little bit of golf. So I collect a little golf too.
Actually, I might have a wrestling card. I might have one of those sportscasters wrestling cards. I might have to bust that out.
They're the big ones. They're like oversized.
Yeah, they're the square.
Yeah.
They're kind of like rounded, squarish sort of thing. So, Mike, why don't you start us off with some rookies and share a couple, and then we'll kind of go around the room.
Yeah, so you said that I like kind of the main thing, like you, CK, you just got back not too long ago, and this was actually the first card that I bought. I probably shared it, like probably know many times I told this, but like this is the first card that I bought when I got back in hobby. This is the first card that I bought when I wasn't even planning on getting back in the hobby. I just wanted, like, I knew what he was doing, um, and I'm gonna buy one, okay. And like I watched him, and I'm like, I honestly, I didn't even know what really a PSA 9 was. Okay, that's how far out of the hobby I was.
Sure.
Like, so I did some research on graded cards and whatnot, and I'm like, yeah, we'll do that one. And then I got it in hand, and I'm like, well, that's cool. Well, what else can I buy? Right. So, and then I started going through, like, I call my mom up, hey, do you still have my cards from a kid? And she did, because she saved everything. And like
Nice.
I had a bunch of rookies like this Yarmir
Awesome.
from a kid, from being a kid. So like I had a bunch of stuff like this, and like I went down, and like basically I say I wanted, like I almost started from scratch again, trying to find my niche, what I liked, what I didn't like. I didn't, like, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I just started buying cards, and I had a bunch of cards I didn't like. So and then I sold them, and I like finally got into what I like. But yeah, that's what I wanted to really kind of start off with, because this is what got me back into this great, wonderful hole of cardboard.
It's still a good one to have. I have the paper. I don't have the chrome, but
Yeah.
I have a couple of his other chromes. I've got the finest and a few others. So they're in here somewhere. So
All right, CK.
Well, I'll start off with one that I already mentioned him. And when I was collecting back 20 some years ago, I didn't get a ton of rookie cards. I just kind of, or if it was a favorite player of mine, but I would see a lot of cards that just seemed a little more interesting to me that maybe weren't the players' rookies. And price also was a concern back then, be able to afford it. And, I went through several years there where I couldn't afford to buy any cards at all. But a friend of mine had this Koufax rookie, and it was ungraded. And I went through several rounds with him trying to get him to trade it to me. And finally, I got him to trade it to me for a lot of modern cards, a 62 tops Ernie Banks, and I think it was a 60 tops Sandy Koufax. And so here, oops,
well, I will say, regardless of what that number is, you came out on top on that. So modern and 2 mid-60s cards for a 55 Koufax rookie. I'd take it all day long.
Yes. Yes, I think so. And I mean, this by far is my biggest rookie card. Anything after this will be some diminishment. I don't have any comma cards at all, but boy, I'm having trouble getting used to this. But you might be able to notice, you probably can't, but the talking point is there's a crease what's the story about I love is there's a crease that goes right down the middle of his face and across the card. And
well, the nice
clearly,
thing is you really can't see it. So that's one thing. That's one of the takeaways when it came to some like big card purchases is like I have it up here in my display case, but the Mathewson that I bought at the National, it's you can't really tell unless you really look up close at it of that there's creases. And I think it looks like your Koufax kind of has the same thing where it presents like a very, very strong one. Yes, the crease is there, but from a distance, you really can't see it.
No, if I had it up on a display case, it's a very good point, Sammy. If it was up in a display case like Dylan's, and he's back there talking, and it's back behind his head like this, you're not going to notice it. But what's so neat about it is if you could see it in person, you can imagine it was in some, kids' bike spokes back in the 50s. And to me, that's just a really cool, and it survived, and now it's preserved for whoever the next owner will be someday. I'm just the caretaker right now. But I'll show a couple others from my past, from my first started in collecting that are really important. I mean, these are more modern, and it's I bought this.
Yes.
Boy, you
You
can't.
can go a
I'm
little bit.
sorry, the
No, it's
glare is
okay.
terrible.
Oh no, you're fine. I know.
But
There, that's
maybe
perfect.
it's right
Yeah.
there. So you've got this is just iconic to me. I mean,
Yeah,
I love Ichiro. I bought this card ungraded in like 2001, 2000. Kept it in my, this survived a lot of moves and stuff, and finally got it graded last year. So this one is really that
So
longevity is really.
he's got a couple of them. I have the same card, but this was from the Home Team Advantage set. So it was a special set when you bought the set. So the difference in mine and yours is there's a little circle that says Home Team Advantage, and that's it. There's actually 3 variations of his rookie card, not including the chrome, of course, but I got the set as a gift for Christmas, and that card happened to be in there. So and shoot, just a fantastic player. What a great hitter. So it's that's as iconic as it gets to me. And when you look at it,
I just love the green grass in the background, the outfield wall, the blue jersey. He's got the cool shades on.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then I'll just share one more real quick here. This is from my original childhood collection. Yes. I just got this back from SGC.
Yes,
making Jason very happy with the White Sox.
The Harold Baines, the one and only.
And boy, I had 2 of these. I never got any. At the time, no one wanted Harold Baines.
Oh, I want him. Let's be Baines.
Oh man,
there we go. There's mine in an 8. So the greatest Hall of Famer in the history of baseball.
I don't mean to stop everybody, but there's a classic tradition here at the Cardboard and Cold Ones. One of our first of 3 guests. We always do a classic reset of the entire show. So welcome everybody to the 10th episode of Cardboard and Cold Ones, where we raise our glasses and cheers to the legends we admire on the cardboard we collect. It is a pleasure, Mookie, to see you in the chat. And that is our reset number 1.
Thanks for joining, Mook.
We'll see if the other 2 show up. Anyway.
Awesome cards. Did you want to show one more, CK, or were you?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is one I've had a long time as well. And to me, this is just art at its finest. And it's an interesting story about it too, is the slab it's in. So this is my Juan Marshall rookie. And it's a first graded GAI. And I've heard, mixed stories about, and I'm sure there's more people out there that way more knowledgeable than I, that maybe these cards were trimmed, maybe, I don't know. I'm afraid to crack it out. And I thought it'd be a great conversation piece to see what you guys thought. Put it in SGC, just leave it in here, because I do like it with the tuxedo it had in it. And it's kind of historic because it's a company that failed, but they tried. But yeah, that's one of my other faves.
My opinion on that is going to be very jaded. So here's my thought on that. And I collect because I love to collect. Do you plan on selling it?
Not anytime.
No. And you like the way it looks. You just said it.
I do.
So then why?
It's a nice compact case. Yeah.
Yeah. Then why bother?
Leave it.
Leave it how it is, and enjoy the card for what it is. And if down the road, if someone else inherits your collection, they have somewhat of a starting point, even though the collection GAI doesn't exist anymore. There's somewhat of a starting point. There's a number on it. So, my whole thing is, if I'm a Frankenstein collector, I have all 4 of the majors and maybe even a few like GAIs or whatever. I don't know, the ISA or something like that. If I like the card, I like the card, and that's how I leave it.
And I think one of the reasons why I bought it in this, if I remember back, like circa 2000, 2001 was it, or 2002 maybe, it was like $25 back then, and it would have been like $40 in a PSA slab. So I went with that one, and I was lucky. I didn't think too much about eye appeal as much. I just wanted a Marshall rookie.
Centered well, looks really good.
I wasn't looking at it like that back then. Maybe
Right.
not as much as now, but I got lucky.
No, that's fantastic. And I say keep it out. And if you like it, the case it's in, definitely keep it. And then my other suggestion would be crack it and keep it raw, or get one of those. I know there's a lot of people are doing those Mag Pro holders.
Yeah, someone said one touch. I do a lot of one touches.
I love one touches. I love just one
Me
touches.
too.
So I'm fine with that as well. So, but whatever you like, it's enjoy it. Who cares?
I definitely, and I'm leaning towards just keeping it in here. Maybe at some point when I'm reaching the end and it needs to move on or be ready for my wife to get rid of it and sell it, then I might put it in SGC. But
Sure.
Who knows what that'll be like in many years down the road? What grading even looks like then?
Right, exactly right.
All right. So, Jason, I'm going to pass the buck on to you now so you can show some stuff. Before we do that, though, it seems like a lot of people are very much in support of GAI. We had, we had Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. He says that GAI is fine. Mangini made a bold accusation saying GAI is more accurate than PSA. Hodges, he's all, he likes his GAI. So it looks like everybody's kind of team GAI and keeping it in there.
They were big back in the day. They were fairly big. I mean, they weren't like the HGA flash in the pan. They were around, and they were around for a while.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to rapid fire, Sammy, only because all of these cards have been on either this live or on my channel. Basically, what I'm going to show is kind of my White Sox run. So when I got back into collecting, because I buy everything and I collect everything, I try to give myself a little direction. So I'm in the process of collecting every Hall of Famer that played for the White Sox for at least 5 years or more. If they started with the White Sox, I'm getting their rookie card. If they didn't start with the White Sox, I'm getting their first card in the uniform. So I grabbed all the rookie cards here. So first one is my T206 George Davis. This is the first T206 I ever bought in a 3. It's a Piedmont 150 back, and I absolutely love the card. The colors on it are fantastic. Yeah, and then to couple that, I just showed this not too long ago on my channel. Got it graded, bought it ungraded in Strongsville, got a 2. To make Mangini happy. Yeah, I love the card, but it's got a couple creases in it, and I don't care. So great card, awesome color, fantastic picture. He might be a potential player run for me. I'm really, I've got the 49 Leaf Premium from Orlando. So here's my 33 Gaudy Ted Lyons. This is the first pre-war card I ever bought. I bought it ungraded from William Chappell here in Chicago, and then had it graded. I didn't bring the red Faber because I know it's considered his rookie card, but I know he has earlier issues. So I'm kind of stepping away from that and might have to pick up another red Faber. So I've got my Luke Appling, 34 Gaudy Luke Appling. Bought this at Strongsville as well, already pre-graded on 4.5. 51 Bowman, Nellie Fox rookie.
Very nice.
Yeah, I love this card.
Lovely card.
3.5. Don't know why. Don't care. Oh, there's a little wax in the back. That's probably why. He's correct. Lowest ERA in history. 50. Of course, Mangini's correct. 56 Aparicio, which is part of another run I'm doing, which is all the Hall of Famers from the 56 set.
I love that card.
So yeah, it's just a fantastic card, and really the main prominent rookie of that set. And then I showed the Harold Baines, so I'll spare everybody that again. And then there's my
Goose.
73 Goose Gossage and a 7. Bought this ungraded as well at my local card shop, and then had it graded. So I enjoy buying stuff ungraded. And then, I don't send out a lot. I've only sent a PSA twice in my life, and probably SGC maybe 4 or 5 times. But I enjoy that. Another person who does it, Steve, Vintage on Vintage, we go to shows together, and we collect a lot of where we buy the ungraded and then send it out to get graded. So. But yeah, that's my White Sox run. All of those have been shown, so I will just rapid fire it.
Nice. All right, man. Well, so these are all from consignment stuff. I'll just kind of go rapid fire. I'm going to go in a rotation here, so I got to show. Do I have the other one on me? Not right now. I don't. I can't get it right now. But I was gonna. Here's the. Got to sort of show some love to Doc. 85.
85.
Yep. So there's that. This one, again, part of the consignment. It's modern cards, but it's a Travis Kelce rookie card.
Yeah,
Love
look
it.
at Sammy breaking out the football. Look at that.
Yeah.
He hates that card, by the way. He's openly said he can't stand
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good to know. Here's a Don Baylor rookie from the 72 set. So, this is going to be pretty versatile in terms of what's being shown. But you got an Art Monk rookie card.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, Art Monk, man.
Look at you with the football. You're not a football
Listen,
guy.
I know. This is not me. It's consignment stuff. But I figured I had it available. Flair 89. I think you guys know what's coming up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black box. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's gotta have some juice.
Yeah, the 86 Canseco.
86 Canseco, man. Yep. You gotta follow that up with Barry Bonds.
I got that somewhere here. I'll have to show
that. Four
go.
more cards. Here's another football. Got Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. I actually want that card.
Yeah.
You're not selling it, are you, Sammy?
No, it'll be for sale.
All right, just add it to the stack, and then I gotta
Okay,
spend let me know what it costs. I actually want that card.
The Shaquille O'Neal tops.
Great card.
Yes.
Great card.
And
I'll
two
pay
more.
$1 more than Jason.
You got Vita Blue from the
Nice.
70.
nice looking one. A pretty decent looking one.
That is
And
nice.
I'll finish this rotation off with Derek Jeters.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
SP,
yeah. You gonna
nice.
grade that, Sammy?
It's gonna come out low. I mean, I have to take a look at it. I haven't really gotten a chance to spend a lot of time with some of the more modern stuff from the consignment, but it's possible.
I do not have that. I have his tops, but I don't have that.
Yeah. All right, Mike, it's back to you, man.
Yeah, I'll do 3 vintage football. As it's Thursday night football, you show some football. This one's for you there, Jason. As the Chicago Bears fan, probably one of my favorite cards in my collection.
Attaboy.
The
66
Dick
Philadelphia.
Buckus. Yeah, like this was actually my dad's. He gave it to me, so like I had a raw, and like this is actually one of the first cards I sent in SGC just to see what would happen. But I got it slapped up, and it's a beautiful card. I love it. Yeah, so that's one of my favorites.
That's a
there.
It graded well too. If it was your dad's.
Yeah, and then the Franco Harris with the top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then I love this rookie card of Larry Brown. Like the 76. I love it with the afro and everything. And I don't know if you know or not, but Larry Brown, he actually moved to tackle. So he started with a tight end for the Steelers, and then he moved to tackle later in the year.
Very cool.
Or like not the year, but later in his career. So that was kind of like, I love that. I just love that card. I don't know if will stay on the vintage football kick. No more vintage football. I think the only other football card that I brought out because it was in there's the Big Ben.
Yeah. Very cool.
There's the Big Ben. So
you probably need
you
probably need a couple Justin Fields for the collection, huh?
Yeah, don't have any of that, but I'm sure it will be in the.
I got about 20 of them, all different kinds. I was riding that train, and then Caleb came along. I'm like, all right,
Cool, man.
all right. Who's up? CK, you're up, right?
Yep.
All right, gentlemen. I think in honor of Mike, and since he did the VR for this or asked for the VR, I wanted to show him.
The Cobra.
Yes.
Parker.
Nice.
Love
I
it.
think you showed one in your video, and I just had this recently graded. He grew up in Cincinnati, actually. And then I'll do a little football.
Yeah.
Here's the Bowman Peyton Manning rookie.
Yeah. That's a great card.
Yeah, love that.
I actually like that card better.
The tops isn't the tops the more desirable one in the hobby, but
I think so. I think it's the
Topps
more
Gold.
known. But again, for me, it's what I like more, and I would probably gravitate towards that more than the tops. But I
I
want
I just like how this pops out with the
Yeah.
silver, and he kind of is indented. He's kind of popping out there, so that's neat. I'll do a little hockey. Okay, so hockey for me was all over the place. I like the Blackhawks, the Oilers back in the day, the Islanders. I just loved hockey, period. And this is one of the guys that came up, the great one, but this guy.
Yeah, is that the what is that, the 80?
This is the 81 Yari
81.
Curie rookie
Yeah,
OPG, yeah. And
Great set.
boy, he was very underrated.
Yes.
And then Steve Yzerman, I really liked his game.
Fantastic
Love
player.
vintage hockey cards.
Give a little shout out to the
Cool.
Detroit collector. I'm sure he loves this if he's watching. So, and then one more quick one here. Of course, I'll just do two here. Obviously, being a Reds fan, Ken Griffey Jr.
Yes. I've actually got this one to pair that. There's the Bowman.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Pair up with one of the many. So.
All right, Jason.
All right. Andrew's been patiently waiting. I didn't bring a lot, so I forgot some key cards here, but I'll rapid fire. And a lot of this has been shown. Of course, there's my Bob Love rookie. And the Chet Walker that'll go hand in hand with that is sitting with Sammy right now. That's the same year, same rookie. I purchased these, did a video on them just because they're so cheap. The two David
Admiral
Robinson rookies.
Cool.
I think, just fantastic cards. I went to my local card shop. They had a vintage section. They shut it down. I wanted to support them, so I don't have any Wemby rookies. So I picked up the Wemby rated rookie. This is my favorite John Morant rookie card because he's basically got his junk in that dude's face as he's going up to dunk it. And for the record, he missed this dunk. For those who don't know, he actually missed it. This is the one that I bought in 2003 for like $20, and I thought it was a lot of money to pay for a card. I had it graded. It got an 8. Just the paper, but LeBron's rookie. I'm a Kobe Michael fan, but it's still a great card to have in a corner piece of a basketball collection. And then my guy, my Scottie Pippen rookie.
Oh, nice.
So
That's
there's
nice.
a little bit of basketball for our good friend Andrew there.
Jack Sigma rookies.
That was his rookie 80, Patty?
No, it's 78 or 79.
Okay, yeah, because I know he's paired up on the Bird rookie a couple times. Sigma is not the big one.
The Sigma was I think a year or two before.
Okay, but I know in the 80 set, there's a couple of those three cards.
Yes.
3 panels with Sigma on and Bird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, so I'll go through the other half of the raw stack that I had. It's only 6 cards before we start getting into some heavy hitters. So 2 of which have already been shown, but what the hell? We'll show them some more. These are all consignment cards. The Ichiro rookie.
Oh yeah, we should have put them all up. Great card.
Let's get the Richie Allen.
Yes, sir.
Love the Dick Allen. That's underrated player. Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Should be in the Hall of Fame. Got mine off of Mr. Missouri when I was in Columbia,
nice.
Missouri. So I bought that off of him.
Here's some nice looking 75 rookies. Here's a Jim Rice.
Yeah.
For those big Boston fans, I'm sure Mark has a million of these.
It's actually a Dave Augustine rookie. Jim Rice just happens to be on.
You're absolutely right. I stand corrected. Fred Lynn decides to focus a little better, but Mr. Seinfeld as the guys from COG Sports Cards would call him, Keith Hernandez, and we'll also finish on some Steve Yzerman love. I grew up loving the Detroit Red Wings. I was a big fan of Nicholas Lidstrom. I played a lot of hockey. Tried to model my game after him, although my slap shot was not as good as his. So there you have it.
All these Red Wing fans, that was the heated rivalry for the Hawks back then. Now they're not even in the same division. It's craziness.
All right. Back to you, sir.
All right. Show like some of my. I love this. I just love the image of him here. The Aussie Smith.
Oh yeah.
I need it.
I just love the. I love the sideburns.
Great card. There is a card, and Mangini will know if he's watching. He's got it. I've seen it on his video. It's a team issued card a year prior to the 79. And I want that card as well, but it's pretty pricey, and I don't know. It's a team issued set, and I don't know what it is. If Mangini's still in, comment on what that card is. I know him and Aaron, Value Vintage, both know what they are.
And then my Kirby Puckett.
Yeah,
I always love that card with the blues.
Yeah, the powder blues. Stukes just showed that on his chat. I think Stukes replied to you. I think he did a VR with that card.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. And then probably one of my favorite rookie cards. I know, like we all say that a lot, but I just like that's it. Like that's just the card has everything. The rookie cup.
That's a good looking one.
Yeah,
it's just a
Center
great. It's just a great card all around.
Andrew asks, and he shall receive.
So Mangini missed the card you were referring to.
Mangini, it's a team issue of Ozzie Smith prior to a 79 Topps rookie. It's like a wood grain background, and I know you have it. You and Aaron, Value Vintage Cards, have it. What set is that?
Rick is saying the Family Fun Center.
Fun Center. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pricey. It's expensive.
Cool. Any more for this round, Mike?
No, go ahead. I'll stick to 3s. I'm in the 3s.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, CK.
Well, I'll show one that I just love, the 54 top set. And this, the art and the color. I love the red background, and maybe someday I'll have a K-Line rookie. But I got the next best thing for Tigers is the Harvey Keene rookie.
Yeah, beautiful.
Bright red there, just, boy, the glare. Sorry guys, I can't see.
No, you're fine. That's fine.
It's all good. We can.
But the thing about the 54 is the back. I just, that might be my favorite back of any top set. Is I love the green, and the cartoons had more. They just seem like they just kind of come alive with all the color.
Yes, I agree.
But I like how he's down there, and I think he's got that catch. He's a shortstop. Didn't hit a lot of home runs, but he I think it was Midlife Sports Cards did about a year ago did a video about some of these guys that were really borderline. There he is. He said it. Harvey was really good. I think Greg knows what I'm talking about here. About a guy that could, compared really closely to some other Hall of Famers, but yet he's not in the Hall of Fame. So he's kind of on that cusp. And another one I'll share that I just think and then several here I think will, have agreed with me and went on this one, that I just picked this up this year and got it graded. It's the Ken Boyer rookie.
Yeah, you're talking my language. It's my guy. I'm actually considering doing a player on the 10 as well, too. And I really believe he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, I know WAR isn't everything, but his WAR is like 64?
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's tough on third baseman. They just don't seem, but what's really cool, I love the green background on this. I love the yellow with the red. Works great for the letters and the popping, the Cardinals emblem here. And then he's bunting. He's got a bunt pose.
Yeah, that's just for Scott.
That's cool.
Scott at Reindeer Studios. He loves them bunting cards, so I always want to incorporate a bunting card when I can.
I love it too, and since it's not something that's in the game as much anymore, it seems like I miss that. And so, but yeah, I think it's tough, maybe because he's a third baseman. But yeah, I'll pass the shoe.
All right, I guess I'll rapid fire with some. We'll do Hall of Fame baseball players now. So recent inductee. Crime Dog.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It was rated rookie. I didn't show this in my White Sox run. This was actually a gift from Matt, the card story. I have it in a 9.
Oh wow,
He gifted this to me in a 10.
that's
Wow.
very generous.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we all know how generous Matt is. He's ridiculously generous. 83, can't go wrong with a little Ryan Sandberg.
Oh yeah.
And then the bulbous buttocks of one of the greatest hitters ever, Tony Gwynn. Everybody likes to look at his backside. Arguably the greatest catcher. I thought I saw, or Chris was on here, so in honor of Mr. Missouri and
very
Dave,
nice.
Peacemaker cards. There's my 68 Johnny Bench, or I should say Ron Tompkins rookie. And then I always like to show these two as a pair. Same year. Got my Ron Santo with the rookie cup, and then Billy Williams with the rookie star. 2 great cards. And then last, another card I picked up at the National, being a Cardinals fan. Got my Enos. So
Okay.
48 Bowman. So that's
Lovely.
a couple Hall of Famers.
Very nice display. The arrangement, especially, I mean, the bench is always a favorite.
Yeah,
I
I've
always
had that
love
card. I
seeing
had that card for a while, ungraded. That was the first submission I ever sent to SGC. That was one of the cards, and I just, I didn't, when you get back into the hobby, and I was when I had left the hobby, I was somewhat familiar with grading, but you get the COVID thing hit, you start rummaging through everything, like, oh, this is an 8, this is a 9. You don't know anything, you don't know enough to go. This has got to be an 8, and 3.5. And now that I know enough, I love the card, and I'm like, I would never,
True.
That's my card forever. I love it.
It's cool. So I'll show 3 this round because I'm kind of getting to the end of my rookie selections that I made. So this is sort of kind of be a little bit of a sneak preview of some of the consignment cards that came back from grading. I'm releasing the my SGC reveal video tomorrow, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek on some of the cards.
Nice.
Before I do that, this is something that came from the collection that Brian purchased, B-Roth 6. I referred a viewer of my channel to Brian, and we both I helped Brian look through this collection, and he let me keep some of the oddball items that were in there, and one of the items that were in there was this really cool Steve Garvey Ticketron from 1971.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so if you want to get something that's a little different from his top 71 rookie, this is a cool thing. Unfortunately, somebody, this definitely got some staining, but on the back, it's very ad heavy, or not ad heavy, but just a lot. There's just a lot of action going on with the schedule, or over here schedule. You can call to get tickets and just some fun things. They have a whole set of different players. Steve Garvey's in there. Don Sutton is in there. Even Vince Scully is in there, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
There's a whole lot of these. So yeah. And then these are the two cards that came back. One of the 2 cards that came back from grading. I got the Ricky Henderson rookie that came back a 7.5. I was I was hoping for an 8, but
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
It's good looking.
It is good looking.
It's really good looking.
This one I thought did very well. The Robin Yount.
Oh yeah,
75.
Very nice.
Yep.
That's the quote unquote collector's grade. That's an expensive card in the 7, is it not?
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of investigating to see what they're going for these days, but
is Dylan on? He'll be able to rattle it off the top of his head.
Exactly. But yeah, those are the 3 I'll show for now, and we'll circle back around and show some more.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I said I wasn't going to show any more football, but this one kind of got lost in the stack, and I'll see if I can put my head the other way, and that's his rookie.
Hand in hand with the picture in the background.
Hand in hand in the picture. He's my guy. I got that. I got a signed helmet, signed ball. He's just kind of my guy. Let's see here. The Steve Blass rookie card. He's kind of a legend here. He spent his whole career in Pittsburgh pitching, and then he went on to broadcasting. So he is in the Pittsburgh Pirate Hall of Fame.
Very cool.
So that is that. And then just some 80s Carter will do. One of many Greg Maddux rookies. I never remember him as a Cub until I see his rookie cards.
Well, based on what you were telling us when you were born, you were only 1 year old when that card came out.
Yeah.
I remember him as a Cub, being from Chicago, and I remember him well as being a Cub.
And then and Pudge.
Yes. Very cool.
Very nice.
And then the last one.
Oh
that
yeah.
I'll show in this round. The
Oh,
classic '89 with the Expos. Just love the Expos. Like
You
the
know,
script there, the hat.
There's a
What?
great story about with Randy Johnson. You know how Nolan Ryan was not really a great pitcher with the Mets. Like didn't really come to his own until he went to the Angels. So when he went to the
Yeah.
Angels, he had a pitching coach that kind of showed him that worked on his mechanics and was able to work out some kinks to make him pitch better. So fast forward many years later, '89, Randy Johnson comes up, and Randy Johnson is also having mechanical issues. Can't throw a strike for the life of him. Nolan Ryan notices, and you could see that this guy is like he's going to be a big deal if he can get his control under, his mechanics under control. So he kind of, obviously they're two different pitchers, so you can't really compare the two, but he was able to take Randy Johnson aside and kind of show him some things that he can do, almost in a way, kind of paying respect to his Angels pitching coach, down the line to Randy Johnson. And obviously we all have seen what Nolan Ryan became and what Randy Johnson became. So I thought that was kind of nice to see, Nolan Ryan paying it forward.
That is very cool.
That is cool.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just thought that'd be a fun story.
No, that's a great story.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh.
All right. What do we got? CK's
Yeah, I can show more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you show more?
You want me to?
Definitely. Oh,
Yeah,
did you want to show more, Mike?
No, go ahead. You're on the
You're good?
camera.
All
I'm
right.
good.
We'll be going back around.
That reminded me of the story of Sandy Koufax's control issues at first, and I think it was his catcher. I don't remember the name, or maybe it was an opponent's catcher one day, and they saw him out there, and they talked to him and showed him how to get control of maybe the curveball or one of those pitches, and that changed everything. That was like around 60, 61, maybe.
Isn't that crazy when you hear a story like that? Because you look back at the reverence and the greatness of Sandy Koufax, and someone had to pull him aside and say, "Hey, you need to gain a little more control." That just blows my mind. Or even the Nolan Ryan story. That's crazy to me.
And they showed him what to do, and it changed him, like with then he became obviously the pitcher he was. Norm Sherry, that's it. I think that's it. I think Mr. Mangini got him there.
That man, Jamie, he is zany.
He knows everything. Definitely. Okay, so let's 61 spring training. He got it. Size like 60, 61, because you can look at the stats. Like the 62 card is like, oh yeah, he's starting to become the Sandy we knew.
Right.
Okay, here's one. Really like this one. Picked this up last year.
Oh wow.
I need it. I need it bad.
That is spectacular looking, man. That is
I know.
really nice for the
I was
slows.
really fortunate on this one. eBay is like a wonderful and horrible thing at the same time.
Absolutely.
But this was a lucky day on that. And there's Orlando. I knew he'd like this. So hi, Orlando.
Yeah, you notice I was rattling off my White Sox Hall of Fame. That card wasn't in there. That's one of the. I'm down to like 3 or 4, and that's one of them.
Well, the yellow background on this, I just love it. He just stands up. He looks so majestic. Like you're looking up to him like you're a young kid. And one of my videos in the future, I'm probably going to do a story along those lines, imagining a young boy looking up and seeing this, lightning fast guy. The Cuban Comet, I think, is what he was called, his nickname.
Correct.
But I just love that card.
He signed a ton in Chicago. He was always around. I actually knew someone who worked in the front office of the White Sox, and he signed a ton. So there's a lot of autograph. Actually, I was gifted an autograph from Chris from Missouri on the 55 Bowman. He was a great guy, just a great guy from all accounts. I never personally met him. I had friends who had met him and said Minnie was just awesome.
And even though I love the rookie card, I mean, he doesn't have a bad card. I mean,
I agree.
all his cards are just awesome. So, you can't get the rookie or for like constraints or something like that, financial constraints. He's got so many great, like I love the 63 tops when he's with the 1 year with the Cardinals.
Yep.
With the awesome Cardinals cap on. He's got the bat up here.
His 54 Bowman is phenomenal with his mitt. That's a great card too.
Oh yeah.
Very cool card. I love his 56. Obviously I love all the 56s, but
in the 53 Bowman color, is it? Where he's kind of looking up in the beginning, he's got the bat mounted.
Yeah. Very cool card.
He's kind of leaning on the bat and then so to stick with Chicago theme, I know this was shown earlier, but
yes.
Billy Williams.
Another gentleman, just a real nice guy, was around Chicago, around a lot. Him and Ernie were just, very, very well respected in Chicago.
Just likable guys,
Exactly.
And you want to root for those guys. And if I'd grown up around the Chicago area, of course I would have been a Cubs fan, I'm sure. Because of that. I mean, you want them to win. They're just the lovable Cubbies. Even as a Reds fan, you don't hate the Cubs. I mean, I don't. That's a classic rivalry there. But that card is just, I love this. It reminds me so much of the Ichiro card, but just for different reasons. That green background, that green grass on the rookie star. 61 times. This is just in a 1. I mean, the reason is because there's some paper loss on the back.
So what?
It's okay. Who cares? It just presents well in the front. This is one of my favorite, and I'm sort of probably going to do a player run on him. I've picked up a few others, and I'm reading his book right now. So.
Oh, Billy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a 64?
I do.
Okay.
I have a 64. I got a 64.
Yeah, 67.
I do have a 67, and I have his 66 high number. It's off for grading right now.
Okay.
That's maybe my favorite Billy Williams card. One of my favorite cards of all time. The iconic shot. That's the blue sky, and he's swinging through. Oh,
awesome.
Love that card.
See, we don't even have to talk just about rookie cards. You start to hear
I'm diverging. I go off on tangents.
No,
I'm appreciating it.
Yeah, that's allowed. That's allowed on this channel. You can certainly do that.
Well, how many more rounds we got? Because I'm starting to run low. I don't want to show all of them right now, so I can pass the shoe again.
Probably got another half hour or so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can fill space, guys. I got like 50 more cards here, so a lot. I saved the modern for last because everybody's disdain for modern. So I figured I'd go with a small. Yeah, well, not everybody, right?
I like it.
I did a small collection of just non, and I think I showed a few, but non-Hall of Famers. So this is the card I bought off of Sammy.
Oh yeah, man! Yes,
that's my 64 Tommy John. with the chance that he gets into the Hall of Fame. These I got in Columbia, Missouri, when I was with Billy Ballgame and Mr. Missouri. Sherm Williams, we were talking about him. I'm considering doing a player run of him. This is his 50 Bowman, and he was with the St. Louis Browns at that time, but most of his career was with the White Sox. And then one of my favorite 51 Bowmans, being a White Sox fan, and his rookie card, 51 Billy Pierce. And his 51 Bowman and his 52 Bowmans are two of my favorite cards. They're just gorgeous.
That looks great, man. That's a really nice looking card.
Yeah, that's a potential grader. Wax on the back, but I just think it's such a good looking card. And then this was prospecting, right? I know Mike was talking about, you just started buying. You didn't know what you're buying when you got back into the hobby. I jumped on that White Sox train, and there's my Jake Berger Inception 99 autographed, and now he was with the Florida Marlins. But the reason I have a ton of his rookies, I love this guy. He came up in the Sox organization as a rookie. He was a fat third baseman who could hit dingers. So I just gravitated towards him immediately, and now he's down in Florida. I haven't been keeping up with his career, but I know he's getting substantial playing time. But I was disappointed when they got rid of him. So yeah, it certainly did, Mook, and it went early. Yes,
Very cool.
I believe Tommy John belongs in the Hall as well.
Yeah.
That's why I made the purchase from Sammy.
Yep. Got him for a steal.
Yeah, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I'm like,
No,
I'm
okay,
buying it.
I don't remember either. Cool, man. All right, so let's see how many I want to show this round. I think we'll do is I'm going to do 2 basketball cards to kind of fill in some basketball fever that Andrew might be feeling. First one I'll show is actually, this one is from my own personal collection, and I have a price sticker on it because I put it out for shows. It's the John Havlicek.
Oh yeah.
Not technically his rookie card per se, but it's his first year, or his first issued card. So you have the Havlicek rookie, or I keep saying rookie, the Havlicek first issued card. I'm going to call it the rookie just because, for the sake of, there's a lot of first issued cards for a lot of big players in this set. The 69 set is a very special one,
Right.
because of how many players got their first card issued. So, this one is, as you can see, I have it priced that way. So, I was collecting Celtics, and I decided to just focus on Bill Russell and Larry Bird, which leads me to a card that I will not get rid of. That is the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Julius Erving, the classic and the famous, the tri-card of Magic and Bird together. I remember going to shows, seeing this as a kid, and my dad is a Larry Bird fan, and I was fortunate enough to see Larry Bird play. Unfortunately, it was when his back was already really in shambles, but that was I kind of caught that bug from my dad and grew up a Celtics fan for that reason. And I've always appreciated the way Bird played, especially as well Magic too. And it's just cool that Julius is on here as well. So
Julius doesn't get enough love. There are 3 icons. That to me is one of the most iconic basketball cards in the entire hobby. You have 3 really, really fantastic players. And he doesn't get a lot of love because he did a lot of his damage with the ABA, Dr. J did, but he was my favorite player until Michael came around. I mean, he was the guy. I loved Dr. J.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, that was a great card. I'm not a big basketball collector, but that's one of the cards that's like one of the iconic basketball cards that I really want. So I know, let's just say, if rookie card was chapter 1 of a book, like the introduction to a rookie card is kind of your prospect card, right? So I'm going to take it to kind of like a little bit. I had to pull these because they're quote unquote pre-rookies, so to speak. I definitely wanted to show these because they're just classics.
I've got
the
that.
Derek Jeter prospects card.
Yep, great card
there. And then you can follow that up with the 93 top picks.
I have that somewhere. I don't even know where the heck that
Swing
is.
off road.
What?
No, Mookie's just making a joke saying you're going off road, which really I don't think you are.
I need to get mine graded. I do want to grade that.
And then since we're on draft picks, he was my favorite kid,
Jason Kendall.
Yeah.
He was good early on.
He was a very solid player.
Yes.
Very solid player. He was gritty. He was a definition of kind of like Pittsburgh, right? Like the fans loved him. I loved him, and then I have to show him. I'm sorry. I had to pick it up.
I need one. I want one. I need to get that. Is it
I had to pick it up.
first Bowman Chrome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like in a refractor. And I'm not a huge refractor guy.
Oh, it was a refractor too?
Oh wow. Yeah. When I bought this card, it was $20, to be honest with you, dude. Like it was $20. And I'm like, yeah. oh whatever.
Right.
So I wanted it.
What did Mangini say? Who knows Jason's dad?
I don't know if he's referring to Kendall or you.
Oh, okay. I think he's referring to
I don't
Kendall.
know. I
I think
assume he
he's
means
referring to
Kendall.
Kendall.
I assume that's what he meant.
Yeah.
And then another draft pick card.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Great card.
I love the draft pick.
I didn't get any of those. I should have taken all those out.
Is that the Desert Storm?
It is not.
Still a great card.
Yeah.
It is. It's just one of them classic poses.
Yeah.
And then it's not a pre, but I really like this. Back to Randy Johnson in the Expos uni.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Very
The
cool.
89 score. So, yeah. Oh, Expos. We're on Expos. And I have him.
Larry Walker. Yes.
I have him sitting right there in the Expos. I just happened to look over. I'm like, oh, Expos. Another Expos. Yeah. So.
And that's what I love about the mass-produced era. As much as people say it's ridiculous and they printed so many of them, is you can get all of those great cards for virtually nothing, and have a run of some fantastic players.
Yeah.
I just think it's awesome. I love that. So to me, and I know, a lot of times we look at that pre-war stuff and everyone's buying comic cards and big cards, but man, that's the brass tacks and the roots of the hobby is that kind of stuff, and I love it.
I'm with you.
Oh, Fernando Mania, I didn't bring that. I saw Pastor Craig mention that. Shoot.
Yeah, good over Fernando.
Yeah.
I remember watching him on TV with my mom in that World Series. That was his rookie year.
His rookie year.
Yeah, and yeah, that brings back some memories. He come in from the outfield to start, and they play the ABBA song Fernando. He was quite the icon. All right, so here's another, not a Cub here, but he became a Cub. Well, he's a lot, but he was on that classic '69 Cub team. Here's Fergie Jenkins.
He went in as a Cub, did he not, into the Hall, if I'm not mistaken? I think he went in as a Cub because he played most of his time with the Cubs.
Yeah, I believe so. And then I got to show. This might be the first Reds prominent, one of my favorite Reds of all time. Rookie, I haven't really shown very many Reds. I didn't pull that many because a lot of my Reds card rookies are still in ungraded form. I'm still hoping that someday I can get an autograph on them. But here is Joe Morgan.
Yeah, what a great card.
Cool 45s. I love that.
I need that card too.
I don't remember at the moment, but Sonny Jackson's story is pretty neat too. I think I might do a video at some point talking about some of the guys on the other side of these cards that aren't the Hall of Famer and kind of get forgotten.
So you'll talk about Tom Seaver as opposed to the Jerry Koosman side, because Jerry Koosman was the main reason of that rookie card.
Well, if I had it, sure. Yeah, but I mean that's a card probably it's out of reach for me. And then here's another split card from the 65 Topps. I love this from the historical aspect. Plus, it's just such a beautiful card art wise. With the purple border and the pennant. Here's the Murakami.
Yeah.
First Japanese player, and the history of that is just really cool.
That is awesome.
And then Dick Estelle, and I love the little back here. You can see this shell sign, half the shell sign right there.
Right. Very cool. Sammy, I have to ask, did I mess that up? Is Koosman on Nolan's or on Seavers? He's on Seavers, right? Yeah. Are you muted? You're muted, Sammy.
Oh, I'm totally, I forgot. I muted it for a second.
I couldn't remember.
It's Nolan, Nolan Ryan.
It's Koosman and Nolan, all right.
Koosman and Ryan, yeah. And I think what's that, Dennehy and
Dennehy, yeah, that's right. I was waiting for someone to correct me because the minute it came out of my mouth, I'm like, I think that's wrong. So
it sounded good.
Yeah,
you were confident, Jason. But just be confident.
Yeah, guys like Mookie are in the chat. They're going to correct me in about 5 seconds with that one. Well, I figured I'd go a little football, and I pulled this one out from my man Mike. And I told him I was going to show him this. This is my Pat Fryermuth tight end. purple wave something or another, which I thought was a cool card. I'm going real shiny now to really eke all the vintage guys. Here's my T. Higgins orange laser something or another rookie card. With
How about that?
Yeah, I love the great
Nice
card.
color match.
Yeah. Here's my Jamar Chase mosaic something or another rookie card. You know, you gotta get the shiny stuff in here once in a while. And here's I showed this. I did a Bears video a couple days ago. There's my Khalil Herbert rookie Phoenix rookie card, and then you know you gotta go quarterback. There's my Joe.
Oh
Burrow.
yeah.
You know, that's
Joe
that's
Cool.
Yep. And then I've got his absolute as well. His absolute rookie, which I think is a good card. Yeah, they're just pretty cards. And of course, this guy was going to be the next Tom Brady. I've got about 3 or 4 of the Trevor Lawrence absolute rookies, and Justin Herbert, another one absolute rookie. And then some of these I showed the other day on my channel. This is my second favorite Bear of all time.
Oh yeah,
my Richard Dent rookie card. I've got an autograph card of his. I got an autographed football of his. Actually met him at a card show, not getting an autograph. He was walking the floor and got to talk to him a little bit, so that was cool. My Travis Etienne, I loved him in college, so I just picked him up. And then another local guy for us out of Chicago suburbs, Arlington Heights, Cole Kmet, our tight end for the Bears. So some recent football stuff. I didn't bring any vintage football. I couldn't. My Terry Bradshaw rookie, which is, like I said, is very well loved, is sitting somewhere. But you know, I've got a couple more football and a couple more hockey still. So yeah, just a lot of, you know. I think most of the stuff I have here is modern or mass produced at this point. Oh no, I take that back. There's a couple more. I forgot a couple Hall of Famers for baseball, so we got a few more.
All right. Cool.
Sammy, you got to break out the big guns because I know what you.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but
nice.
Andrew mentioned Lamar Jackson, who is.
I need him, and why do I need him so much, Andrew? Why would I want Lamar so much? That's the card I want right there. He's in his Louisville jersey. That's it.
So this is the consignment card, another consignment card.
Yeah, so, I saw one online in an 8. It's like $25. I'm like, I should just buy it.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's much.
Yeah.
Someone was asking about 74 tops earlier, so I thought I'd bring out the Ken Griffey rookie card for everybody to enjoy.
Oh, that's great.
Very nice.
Cincinnati, yeah. CK is right.
Is that a consignment card?
Oh yeah.
It's like there's a lot of a huge box of stuff I still haven't gone through. Here's one
because that's the last card I need for that year.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, we'll definitely talk, man.
Yeah.
For the set, Mike?
For the team set. That's the last card I need for the team set.
Okay, very cool.
Another rookie. This is actually from his rookie season. The ruler from '69, Kareem's. I sold my 69 tops card, and I kept the ruler because I like the ruler more.
It's cool.
You haven't sold any of the rulers, have you?
No.
You kept them. Yeah.
No, I keep all the rulers for myself.
Very cool.
So, yep, Kareem, and just to kind of get us ready for the next round of stuff, I might as well show the Kuzman rookie.
Yeah, there it is. There's the Kuz. There's my follow-up.
So. This one I got at the National in Atlantic City back in, what year was that? 2021, 2022, I think.
Did you buy it graded, Sammy, or have it graded?
No, I bought it raw, and then it got it graded. So
it presents well. That's
a great grade
card.
Yeah, it's it's perfect for me.
Yeah, I take it all day long. Exactly right.
I'll finish off the last 4 that I have, or the last 4 that I have for the next round. So,
excellent.
We're gonna go back to the bread and butter here. The weight box.
Yes, I don't have it. I've got the Gwyn and I've got the Sandberg. I need the Boggs.
It's a great card.
Yeah.
And just some fun rookies. the Kurt Schilling 90 score. Just fun stuff. Like I had to pull some of the fun stuff. It's the Sammy Sosa and the White Sox. It says rookie.
Yep, I've got it. It's a great card.
So
pre-juice. Look at how thin he is.
Yeah. It was some more fun stuff. Kenny Lofton, rated rookie, and that Strohs uni.
I think the Sammy Sosa's an upper deck, was it not? If I'm not mistaken, I think that's his upper deck.
Yeah, that's his real one.
Yeah.
Like this is like it says rookie. I mean, it's and then the star rookie, Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
Chipper. Sorry. We're getting just some fun ones.
No,
this is great, man. Oh, the Glavine.
Tom Glavine. Saw him pitch a lot in Riverfront Stadium. He owned the Reds in Riverfront.
He's a New York Mets legend.
That's a great card too. The Biggio.
And then the Biggio.
Mike Francesa from WFAN thinks Biggio is a compiler.
What the heck does he say? What the heck does he say about Harold Baines then?
Oh, forget it. Oh my God. I mean, over the years, whenever I'd be driving home from work here, Mike Francesa on the afternoon, you get him on. Like you say that Mickey Mantle's not the greatest baseball player ever. Then if you say any other player, he'll cut you off.
He'll argue Mays and Mantle and call Mantle the better player.
I think he always thought Mantle was the greatest.
Really?
That's his take. I don't know.
Yeah. I like Mike. I like, he used to do a lot of national stuff too. Back in the day.
Yeah. Him and Chris Russo. Yeah.
Right. Oh, he's exactly right. Russo's on ESPN every now and then. He's
on Sirius now. I think.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Again, I kind of go on these tangents when something like when I see a card that kind of sparks a memory, it just goes out there.
Squirrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, very much.
No, it's good stuff.
All right.
Cool. All right, CK's up.
Well, a quick Glavine note. Did you guys know that he was quite the hockey player?
He was, yes.
And then he went with baseball instead. But I guess he was really good hockey player.
I think there's a card. I think there's an upper deck card with
funny, Scott.
With Glavine, Gretzky, like in Lemieux. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know if I have it, but I can see if I can find a picture. I'm sorry, I went squirrel on you there.
No, you can do that here.
I mentioned Glavine. That's all it took. Okay, I've got 2 left that I pulled. If we're gonna go another round, I'll have to go off screen and pull some more out. But here we go. Or else I just sit and listen, you guys. That's fine.
Yeah.
75, Robin Yount, and this is up for Dylan. I bought it off of his eBay store, and it has a story I always will remember, that I have a card that once belonged to Dylan.
I'm surprised. I didn't know he owned that card. I thought he only had like 1 or 2 of them.
Well, maybe he only has 1 or 2 now, but
right, exactly.
And then the other one was my national pickup. Definitely, I'm doing I might do the entire Donruss, Fleer, Topps, whatever player run on him.
Oh,
there he is.
Oh,
great card.
How about the Venezuelan?
We'll see. We'll see. But this one, when I did it on my recap video, so this is the most centered card you're ever going to see. And what was really appealing to me with this was there's just none of the tire track type markings. It seemed print defects. It seemed to mar this card.
Yeah.
And so I accepted that's a little off. I mean, the grade and the price was right where I kind of wanted it to be for the eye appeal on it, and definitely want something that's like around a 4. I saw a 6 at the show that was just looked like it had been driven over, but it was, like perfectly. Otherwise, the border, the centering was fantastic, but the corners on this are really sharp. And this is my forever Yaz. And the story for me with Yaz is, again, I grew up in the Midwest, so you're wondering like, what in the world? Why is this guy like Yaz? And it's just because I ended up getting a ton of Yaz cards. So playing Little League after game was over, go to the snack shop, pick up or snack stand, and pick up packs of obviously Topps cards with the bubble gum in it because I wanted to chew the gum, and I didn't really realize, I was like, who's this Carl Yazek? And and there was this one card though, the 81 Topps of his, and you don't see a lot of cards where he's smiling. He doesn't have a lot of poses where he's smiling, and on this one you can tell it's a side profile shot of him, late career, and you can see there's a grin on his face a little bit. He's just holding the bat. He's standing right outside the bat cage, and I don't know. I just got attached to that card, and then guess what? Got his Donruss one, and then all of a sudden I've got all these Yaz cards, and no one here wants them. People want Reds or Cubs or something like that. So I had all these Yaz cards, and I just kind of dawned on me there's a story there. So I decided I'm going to do his player run, and kind of put a dent in it, and I'm actually putting it on the PSA registry, my own Topher's Yaz something Topps run. Yeah, I think that's what I call it.
Oh, that's cool. That is very cool, and not a bad player to do it. I'm sure Mark Hoyle would agree. He was a fantastic player. Yeah, I think a lot of what you see of the in that set, and I saw Mangini stirring the pot. Nice prospect card. Because theoretically, the argument can be had that his 61 is his rookie versus his 60.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah, I see a lot.
That's a beautiful card too. Oh, I mean, in fact, because like you look at it, and what is beautiful about that card is the 61 is just, boy, I'd like to get one. It's like really nicely centered, though. I mean, I don't want to obsess on that too much, but the background is that reminds me of like a Manet or Monet or Impressionist painting with that green.
Right.
Background is just the whole card. It's just beautiful.
But you'll see a lot of that. I think it's like ink splatter on all of those 60s. The Jim Cott has that problem as well.
Yes.
All those little, and I think it's just splatter from the press, and that's just what's the quality control back then. So you see a lot of that. But if you can avoid that, that's fantastic. Yep. I'd rather take a rounder corner and a cleaner image than sharper corner. Me personally, that's how I look at it. And centering is like, I'm the one guy in the world where centering is not the most important thing in the world to me. So,
yeah, it didn't kill it on this card. It's what I could live with, and it's a combination, I think, of all three of those. But certainly the surface image, without the print marks on it, was the primary thing that drew me to that card.
No, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I can show both of these cards actually. Speaking of centering, and two Hall of Famers I forgot. Where centering's not an issue for me. So here's my Bly 11 rookie.
Oh yeah,
always tough. That one's always a tough.
Yeah, always tough. And then I'm a Cardinal guy, so I gotta get another Hall of Famer that people question. My Ted Simmons, I love that card.
Cardinals across the chest. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. And then I pulled a couple what I would call maybe potential prospect Hall of Famers, right? Might be too early to say. Obviously, and some very early. Here's my Gunnar Henderson. Spotlight, Bowman Spotlight. I got
very
my
nice.
Vladdy, Who's Your Daddy Jr., Allen and Ginter. Yeah. I have a bunch of Bobby Witt cards. I like the Topps Finest, so I pulled the Topps Finest. I love this card because it harkens back to 69. There's my Juan Soto rookie. The only Soto that I have. I like this guy a lot. For all the Cleveland guys out there, I've shown this a couple times. My Stephen Kwan purple refractor. This guy's been playing really well the last couple of years. Luis Ariz. That's his Topps Chrome. And the Orioles are just stacked with young players. There's my Adley Rutschman rookie. And lastly, I like Riley Green, and I love this card. I love the background of that card. So it's Topps Chrome Future Stars Riley Green. So it's a little bit of modern irk everybody. Watch them lose their minds. Little shiny stuff.
We're not biased. So I mean, it's okay to show some modern here.
Yes, you
It's
can
a,
show
sa-
it.
it's a safe
Judgment-free
space.
zone.
Safe space for modern.
That's right. Yeah, safe space. It's perfect.
So I'm gonna finish mine stack off. I have 4 more cards left, and so got to show this first. The
Yes,
Tom
sir.
Seaver
Oh,
rookie
yeah.
card.
Yep.
This one I traded up, and this one I don't. It has the PWCC sticker on the back. I never really understood if that played a significant role in its value, but I didn't really care because that's not why I bought it. So this one has really good presentation to it and good centering. So
Yeah, fantastic.
I generally
Very
don't.
good.
I'm generally not too crazy about centering as far as needing it to be perfect. But for Seaver being one of my guys, I wanted to try to find the best one possible. This is my alternative Seaver rookie card, is 67 postcard team issued from the Mets. This was printed by a company. Somebody pointed out to me it was like B and something. I can't remember.
Oh
But-
yeah, you were mentioning that last week. I thought, Sam.
I think you mentioned it, maybe the name of the company, but so this one I actually like this one a lot more. I've been gravitating more towards the postcards style than the regular cards these days. Just I like the way the postcards look. I have a Mathewson postcard, a Seaver postcard, and I'm hoping I can find a Nolan Ryan one from '68 as well. But that's on the horizon. It's hard for me to pick which one to show next here, but I'm going to go with the Clemente.
Yeah.
The 55
Yeah.
top. This one was from the National at Chicago. It was one of the first days that I picked this up. And
It's awesome.
it looks great. And until you take a closer look and someone defaced his forehead with an HK, I always look at this as like my Hell's Kitchen card.
That's awesome.
You can sort of see it. But I'm guessing it was probably the initials of the kid or the person who had this card. So
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
and then the last one is the Hank Aaron
Yes.
54 rookie. This was so the Clemente and the Aaron. They were purchased at 2 different times over a span period, but this was during my my whole collection transition of going from set building to rookie card collecting, and so that was during that period of time where I was collecting rookies. And so the Clemente, the Aaron, Seaver, all big names. So
Well, you
Yep.
had the Koufax and traded to Orlando, and then you also had the Gibson, right? And you
yes,
so you had a couple big cards.
I did, and that was so the Koufax came. That trade came after I switched over to focusing on just the players that I like. So yeah, that went to Orlando, and then the Gibson was sold to James Elite Hunters at the National.
But at one point in time, you had all 4 of those. Those are four big boy cards.
Yeah,
So, at least for me, they are what I would call big boy cards.
Yeah,
For sure.
me too.
Cool.
All right, I'll finish it up too. But that's the card I was referring to. There's
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Glavine on
Yes.
the
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
stick. So it's pretty cool.
That's slick.
I need to go on eBay and buy that for $1.
Right. You know what? What do you even think about? It's a buck. You just hit it and go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna finish up with just some stars of the MLB. I'm with you, Freddie Freeman
Yes.
on the
Great player.
2011. Just some stars that I think, I like how you said, Jason, kind of prospecting, but I like Anthony Rizzo always have. I also did pull the Gunner, just because it was in the thing. The Soto.
That's the paper, Mike? Is that the paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a paper, just a regular Topps update. My guy, Andrew McCutcheon. Here's his rookie. And then just the base rookie of a guy who's just
Yes.
probably one of the best. So I'm going to end it with Aaron Judge. I
Yeah.
started with one of the best going with Ohtani going for 50-50, and I'm going to end it with Judge as well. So
good way to start and end.
Yeah, I need that card. That's important.
There you go. That's what I got for you, for everyone.
Very cool. Very cool. CK, are you tapped or are you?
Well, I'd have to go off screen and go grab some more. It's up to you guys.
Whatever you want to do. I could rattle off a few more. I mean, we're getting near an hour and a half anyways. We could rattle.
Well, let me see if I can find a couple more cool Reds items.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
All right, I'll rattle off some, Sammy. So I didn't show any hockey, and I just pulled off 2. And this is the future of this franchise. Connor Bedard. These were the Tops Nows. I have 4 different Tops Now cards. This was prior to his Young Guns card coming out. I wasn't going to pay for his Young Guns card and will not even right now until I know how good he is. So I figured that would be an inexpensive way to go. So I pulled those 2. I saw you pulled the Freeman and a couple from this set. So I've got my Chris Sale as well. Great set. And then some graded prospecting, I guess you would say. This guy's not going to get in the Hall of Fame, but if he's even playing baseball anymore. I think the Astros cut him, but this is my Jose Abreu, first Bowman Chrome.
Yeah.
And then I've got a lot of this guy, Lou Bob. Got a lot of Lou Bobs. This is one of my very few 10s. Topps Finest. Yordan Alvarez. This is all, part of that 2020 Alvarez and Lou Bob. And then guys that I really enjoy watching. So there's my 9 Topps Chrome Acuna Jr. I like him because was a high prospect on the Cardinals. So I got my Jordan Walker, Corbin Carroll. He's with the Orioles now. There's my Eloy Jimenez, and constantly injured. Let's see. We got here's a few.
He's the Eloy Jimenez is what? He's on the was he with the one traded? Yeah, he's the Orioles problem now.
Yeah, he's on the Orioles now. There's a Rafi Devers instant impact. Here's my Justin Verlander. And he's probably going to get that graded at some point in time. Yeah, it's a great card. Another guy I think is going to get in the Hall. I know people argue about it, but Yachty. And then this is my favorite Shohei Ohtani rookie. I love the Finest, Topps Finest, so I pulled that card. I have a couple of his, 2 or 3, I think. So
cool.
Yeah. So a little rapid fire there. Give CK a little time to grab what he wanted to grab.
Yeah, CK's going to finish it off.
All right, here we go. We'll do some Reds first, and then got a couple Cubs and a Brave. Okay, I'll try to do this really fast. All-time favorite. That's my all-time favorite Cincinnati Red, Barry Larkin.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
I mean, I went there just to watch him, but I also went to mini games there when this guy was pitching for the Braves.
I love that card.
Yeah, that's a great card.
Love that card. That's when I grew up. Yeah, I grew up with those Donruss 87s.
I love it, and I'm hoping maybe get these signed someday. We'll see if Mad Dog I get to a show that he's at. I'd love to get the Larkin. All these are ones I'd love to get signed. So Larkin's only followed for me by this guy, Sean Casey.
Yeah.
And yes, I did pay $40 for this back in the day, 2001.
Took a chance.
I'm not kidding.
Took a chance.
So this is the rainbow refractor, or this is the refractor, or I can't remember what they called it. This is just the regular Bowman Chrome, Sean Casey.
So you're doing some high-end prospecting on Sean Casey back in the day.
I love Sean Casey. I mean, I again just went to games to see him play. He was such a nice guy too. And here's his Topps rookie.
The
Indians.
guy.
So
Yeah, raised here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh guy.
What about Joey Votto, CK?
I do not have a Joey Votto rookie. That was one of those Bowman. I was like a prospect card back several years ago. He's got a couple, but It's really funny. I didn't get to as many games during his career, so I don't know. I think he'll be a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah.
It was weird. I didn't watch a whole lot of Reds games this year. Didn't have a lot of time, but it was weird him not being in the lineup. So
Right.
I went to one of the late games last year in Cincinnati and filmed every one of his at bats. He struck out 4 times.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Okay, so then another one of my favorite Reds all time, Spuds, Chris Sabo.
Oh, yeah.
So there's the Topps rookie, and then I've got an autographed score rookie.
Nice. That's a nice auto.
Did he had a stint with the Cardinals too, didn't he, Sabo?
I think he was maybe the year for a year, maybe. He
Yeah.
a late career. He was with the Orioles for a year.
Okay.
And then of course
Yes.
this guy.
Eric
Yeah.
Davis.
I've got that. That was the hot card. That was one of the hot cards out of that set back in the day.
That's right. That's right. And then here's a Brave, and I got another Cub for you. So John Smoltz.
Yeah.
What a career. I mean, I think he came up with Detroit, didn't he? And he got traded to maybe I'm not thinking that
I'm
right.
not certain.
But anyway, obviously his whole career at the Braves, and when he went back to be a closer and then came back out to be a starter again, I mean, I just would go to the Reds playing the Braves just to watch those guys pitch.
And now he's like a 6 handicap golfer. I guess he's a phenomenal golfer as well. So
Yeah, some about those pitchers, they
Yep.
all were great. I mean, Tom Seaver's a great
They got a lot of
golfer.
time.
yeah.
Rob Terry was a great, or not Rob, the Yankees pitcher. Ralph Terry was on the pro circuit, or I think the senior circuit for a while.
Right.
And then here's another rookie of
Yes.
Rhino.
What a great such a
I love
great
that
set.
design.
I know. Awesome set.
Love
You
the
pick-
Donruss from that era with the
Yeah.
bat and the glove. It's nice.
And what does that cost? $3 or $4? I mean, you could probably get that for under $5, I bet.
Oh yeah, and this one is Topps. I'm hoping I get that one signed. So we'll see.
He TTMs, Sandberg TTMs.
Cool. Well, I probably will try to figure out how to get a couple to him.
Yeah, although I know there's a big show in Chicago here in November. I could check that. They just posted what dates are, and then they'll put, he might even be there. So if he's
Cool.
there, I'll let you know. I'll stay in
Okay.
line for you. They're not too bad. So
Sure. Well, that's all I pulled, guys. Yep.
Cool.
awesome.
All right. Well, yeah, this has been great, man. An hour and a half, and showing cards, and I do want to mention again. I put this in the chat about 3-4 times, but please take the opportunity, subscribe to CK Cincinnati Kid and Mike at Scoots Collectibles. Mike is also doing his VR right now and showing off rookies like we did tonight. So be sure to, because we always want to try to get our guests to kind of boost their subscriber count. It's always something we want to try to help out. So I know that's not the main focus, but obviously it's something that we always want to try to do our due diligence.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, thanks for having me.
no problem,
for having
guys. Is there anything
No.
else you want to mention before we finish up?
No, I had a blast. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I don't think I
yeah.
rattled off this many cards ever on this show with Sam.
What's great about it, we hit cards, we hit rookie cards from like everywhere, from the 50s all the way to like current day.
Right. Yeah, I think
So,
we went from
it's
Even
pretty
before,
we went from
like,
1906.
yeah.
We went from 1906 to current.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Cool.
cool, right? Yeah, T2. I forgot. Yeah. So it's just cool. It just shows you it just shows you how cool cards are in general, like all through every year, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like if you're a collector, you like it.
Why we do it. This is why we do it. I
Yeah.
can look at a $3 card and get pumped. That Sam,
Yeah.
that Dunross Sandberg is phenomenal. I love it. The
Yeah.
83 Sandberg, great card.
All right,
I
guys.
had-
Well, yep. Go
I
ahead,
was going to
CK.
say I had a fabulous time with you
Yeah.
gentlemen sharing the cards, and I hope everyone enjoyed out there. I really appreciate it's just an honor to be on here. So thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Jason. And
course.
good to meet you, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, good to
absolutely.
meet you too. Cheers, guys.
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, thanks everybody for watching. We had a good crowd tonight and a good active chat. So everybody have a great start to your weekend, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
everybody.